Try not to look like you're gonna fucking blow your brains out.
You look really depressed compared to me in that. Just like make your posture a little bit, maybe. I'm doing this for you.
I look zen as fuck.
You do look zen as
I'm
fuck.
always zen as fuck.
You are.
Even
though
though
you
I'm
are legitimately zen as fuck.
internally fucking melting down.
Yeah, but you exude zen energy.
Yeah. I don't even know what to say. Hi, welcome to the Wallcast.
Hi, welcome to the latest episode of the Wallcast.
Welcome to the Wallcast. May I take your order?
I'm gonna do that one. I like that one.
Welcome to the Wallcast. We've been gone for a few weeks. Some stuff has definitely happened in the store.
Events have occurred.
Decisions
Decisions have been made.
We are unfortunately closing the store down. We'll be closing sometime in August. We're running sales in the store. Kind of everything must go. We are closing the store, but we're going to continue doing the podcast, and our social media is still going to be active. We're still going to be doing stuff on there, and who knows? I mean, when this is all over, maybe we come back. Who knows? But it's definitely going to take some time. So we're going to still continue the podcast and kind of keep you guys up to date, kind of keep you guys in the loop and interested. We're open from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. Until we do close. There's still a lot of stuff left in the store that we're kind of discounting and selling as we go. So if there's something you're waiting to pick up or something that you want, make sure you stop in and see. So let's just jump into it.
This is shot like a YouTube apology video.
It really
It
is.
just feels like a YouTube apology.
Thanks everybody who's listening and who's supported us. So we're going to keep going with the podcast to keep you guys interested and kind of keep you guys updated on pop culture and kind of everything that's going on in the world as far as pop culture.
That is our job. Huh?
Correct.
So I guess we'll take it away talking about Halo.
Yeah. So
the direct was today. So.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
there's a couple
the
things.
Xbox.
There's a couple things I want to talk about with Halo. Number one, if you play Master Chief on PC, you'd be very happy that Halo 3 just released. Obviously, it's just a port, so there's nothing like too fantastic happening with it, but it's still great to have that game now added to PC, which makes it obviously the game much more alive than it was before. Even though it's been doing pretty well. But the biggest thing is today was the Xbox Games Direct, which unveiled the first gameplay footage that we have gotten to see of Halo Infinite. If it's kind of really split so far, the reception. Like, some people really like it, some people really don't like it.
I think a lot of people are disappointed. That's
there's a lot of disappointment happening across the board in certain ways. In some ways, people are excited, like I said. But my thing is, like, comparing it to Halo 5, which was 343's newest Halo game, I think it's going to be probably better than that.
Mm-hmm.
But when the bar is set here, I don't think you really want to shoot for here. You want to kind of go for there.
Yeah, when your bar is like the bare minimum,
Yeah.
you don't want to be like
Yeah, you don't want to just be
2 inches
notches
above the
that.
bar.
Yeah. My biggest complaint for it was graphically, it didn't really look finished yet. And I know Halo 2, when the first Halo 2 gameplay trailers were revealed, like, graphics and textures and stuff like that were very bad compared to the finished product. So I'm hoping it's just another case of that, where it's just not completely done yet. I mean, the game's still not releasing. They still haven't given a definitive release date, but I'm going to assume December of 2021. Or, no, December of 2020. So I'm hoping that by that point, a lot of that's rounded out. My biggest complaint overall is definitely the movement systems, because
I don't want to slide.
I'm a very pure person when it comes to Halo. I
Like
think,
Call of Duty.
well, yeah, I think one of Halo's biggest strengths since its inception was the way the gameplay worked as moving slow. You didn't get to run around everywhere. You had to move very intelligently. Yeah, I love the methodicism of Halo. Like, I don't think it is either, but I'm using it.
Who cares?
Methodical. Yeah, the methodical movement. Yeah.
Who
But-
fucking-
Exactly. I'm not. We're listening.
Oh yeah, people
I
tune
don't
into
need
the
someone to throw a
podcast for our
thesaurus
English.
at me. We can get through this.
People tune in for our English knowledge on
Yes.
this podcast.
So anyway, so I've always been a fan of that very slow kind of paced gameplay because it makes you think a lot, like what guns you have to get. You know, it makes the gameplay more engaging because like it's not just like rocket launchers, for example. Having the entire enemy team, both your team and the enemy team, show up at the rocket launcher to fight for. It's not just one person sprinting in, getting murdered, another person sprints back at them and they get murdered, and it just becomes just people sprinting each other, getting kills, and that's just kind of boring and arcadey, and that's not really Halo style. The grappling hook was something that was unveiled, which
Looks terrible.
I'm not going to say it looks terrible, but it looks very, very gimmicky, and
Yeah.
I feel like there's
Reminds
kind
me
of no.
Unreal Tournament 2000.
It's not. I don't think it's. I think it looks more like Doom, like the new Doom game.
Yeah.
It honestly reminds me of. There's a lot of new guns that they unveiled,
It all
which
look the same.
I don't know if they're going to be doing those guns in addition to the old guns. I really hope that's the case, and it's not that these are the new guns and fuck everything else, because that's going to be really disappointing. My other huge complaint was I think the sound design was kind of really bad.
I don't
Guns did not sound good. The Warthog sounded bad.
I don't like the shield recharge. Not even the sound.
I don't like
It's
the
like
animation. The sound
yeah,
I love
but it
actually.
literally looks like your day like a
Well,
boxer.
it's like a
you're just seeing,
hexagon
like, the
thing that
lights.
comes on your screen, which
Well, no, you see like literally like lights flashing all over the screen.
Yeah.
Shield recharge.
it's like a honeycomb pattern that shows up on your screen.
Yeah.
Which
It's awful.
I don't think that's ever really been a thing. Like, yeah, if your shields go down, like you'll flash and stuff like that, but that's really all they've ever really done. I'm still excited for the Banished. I'm still excited for the idea of what the main story is going to be. It still seems somewhat engaging. But overall, I mean, I'm still going to give them the slack. You know, 343's definitely had a lot of trouble getting a good footing in Halo, especially after 4 and 5 and how that was received. So I'm hoping that they look at a lot of what people are saying right now, take that into account, and maybe tweak around a few things. I'm not asking for a complete overhaul of the game, because that's obviously completely impossible.
Yeah.
But as long as they can make sure everything looks finished, I still don't think dynamic movement should be in the game, but I know some people do. That's something that people fight about all the time when it comes to Halo, so I'm going to respect whichever way they go, just to at least see how it plays. But I'm still gonna give them a chance. I mean, it's one of my favorite franchises. I can't say no to it, unfortunately, because I'm too much of a consumer. But
That cancels the whole franchise right now.
yeah, I mean, honestly, at this point, I'm kind of prepared for it.
Wow.
I'm just really afraid, because like I think Halo Infinite, it really needs to be kind of a home run for a game to kind of redeem the franchise, because right now the franchise is in such bad standing with the community, and I think if this game is just a complete miss, then it might legitimately be the death of the franchise, which will absolutely break my heart, especially when there's supposed to be movie deals and TV deals and all this shit that's going
That
on.
would be really fucking bad.
I'd be very heartbroken about that.
Yeah.
I feel like there was something else I wanted to talk about too. I can't remember what it was. I honestly can't remember at all. Wow.
Well.
Huh.
Well.
I mean, that's pretty much everything I have to say about Halo. Because like I could literally ramble on. I could ramble on about Halo for legitimately hours. So.
We got ours.
That's a fair point. I don't think people want to listen to me ramble on about Halo for hours.
If you want to listen to Matt ramble on about Halo for hours, let us know. Comment below. Slide into those DMs.
Yes, please. Tell me why Arbiter is the best video game character.
Ooh, specific. But yeah, on video games, Ghost of Tsushima came out this past weekend.
Yeah.
I played that for a hot minute. Beautiful, stunning, incredible. Big fan.
I've heard really good things about it so far.
It's fucking stunning. It is legitimately one of the prettiest games I've ever played. And the transition from like cutscene to gameplay,
It's like flawless.
smooth as fuck. Like it's
So you're
good
just like
shit.
a samurai, like doing samurai shit.
It's like a Souls
like
game, isn't
samurai
it?
around. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I would compare it like to Sekiro, because
Yeah.
although it's not, I know it's probably not like
Sekiro was kind of compared to God of War.
No, Sekiro
It's
is like
literally
a Souls
it's
game.
just an
Yeah.
it's an open world game where you're just samuraiing around.
Yeah.
You would probably really like it. It's real. You get to kill the fuck out of people with a samurai.
The
sword,
only
right?
the only gameplay I've seen of it so far has been like the very first part of the game is like you have to fight like the arch enemy immediately, and it's like a scripted boss.
Yeah.
But somebody like literally beat him to like the point where his health bar goes all the way down, and nothing happens. It's just you're just scripted to lose. Like you can't beat him. Which
Yeah.
I so mad when video games fucking do that, because like why
Just
even
don't
give him a
put it-
health
don't put
bar?
in a
Like
health
just
bar.
make it a cutscene. Like
Yeah.
if I know I'm going to lose and I can't win,
Or just
period,
or
just
don't put in a health bar. Just make the health bar an unlockable thing after. Just don't put it in.
yeah. If you could like,
'Cause then
if you
it's
could
like-
New Game Plus it,
Yeah.
and then you can beat him, and that gives you like a
'Cause
different
I
ending. That'd be
can't-
kind of cool.
Yeah, I can't even imagine why you'd be like, yeah, let's put in like not think that someone is 100%.
Especially because like obviously you're at like the lowest point you're
Yeah.
going to be at the game.
Yeah.
And you're fighting like god tier end game
Yeah.
boss.
Yeah,
So like you have to
are.
literally sit there for
Yeah.
fucking a half an hour just wailing on this dude, dodging his attack
I will say
to
they,
get
they make you
zero reward.
they make you script lose pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Like it's not like they're like get him close.
Yeah,
They're
that's
like
the
no,
thing.
you're there for not that long, but
Well, no, but I'm saying like if you have the determination and that like
Mhm.
veracity to beat that
Yeah.
boss, and then you just still can't beat him technically because the game says, "Ha ha, you're supposed to lose."
Yeah.
Like
then it's like just don't put in a health bar.
that always bothered
But-
me. With I think it was Budokai 3, the Dragon Ball Z games. There's a mission where you have to fight Super Buu as Tian,
Mhm.
which Super Buu was
My
like
God.
the most busted character
Yeah.
in the game, and Tian was one of the worst characters in the game. And the game
That was so
makes you
bad.
beat Buu. You
Yes.
cannot pass. You cannot keep going in the campaign until you beat Buu.
Oh my
And then when you
God.
beat him, the very next scene is you losing. And it's so incredibly irritating because like that was a mission that took me like at least double-digit attempts
Yeah.
to finally beat it.
Yes.
And when you finally beat it, just still getting like you get the victory screen, and that's Tien tried his hardest but lost. And it's like what?
Why'd you make me go through that?
Oh.
That's frustrating. Yeah, no, the game, like everyone, like a lot of people online are like saying how slow it is, but I didn't think it was slow at all.
I don't think
I don't think it was slow. I'm like, I feel like I was fully in.
I think the only time it's bad if video games are slow is if there's just literally nothing to do.
No, like
But
you
if the
like, have
gameplay
shit to do.
progresses
Yeah.
slowly, then
Yeah.
that's a good thing.
Yeah.
That's just good pacing for the most
Yeah,
part.
that's what I thought. I was
Most
like, this
video games
makes
that progress
sense.
too
Pacing
fast.
well.
Yeah, most video games that progress too fast, they'll say, "Oh, there's 30 hours of content in this video game," and you're
Yeah.
literally done within the 10th hour.
Yeah, no,
Like,
yeah, no. If I'm paying $60 for this game, like I'm in
Yeah.
for the long haul.
Mhm.
Like I want to play it for a while. But yeah, it's super super cool. My art ho self is like all in. It's like you can play it in black and white. You can play it in Japanese with English subtitles. Like you
oh,
can go-
really?
Yeah, which you can play it in English too, Frank.
Good.
So
I'm not reading. I'm not playing a video game to read.
but there's a photo mode. The photo mode is super dope. You can change every aspect of a fucking camera on the photo mode. I'm like, oh hell yeah. Aperture, focal length, like you
Really?
can yeah, you can change the weather, you can change like the wind direction, like how windy it
The
is.
wind
Yeah.
direction?
So you can be like, oh, I want the wind to blow in his hair like this way. And then like change that. And like you could change like how many flower petals are fucking flowing in the frame. Like it's
See, that's
lit.
so weird to me because like I get that the game is obviously supposed to be like very artistically
Yeah.
like that kind of
I love
genre,
the photo mode.
but like it doesn't like when you describe the premise of the
Yeah.
game, it doesn't seem like the type of game that would have you be able to take that kind of control on it like that. At least.
It just doesn't photo mode for like the artsy screenshots. Like you can get
Yeah.
like really cool like landscape shots or like
Yeah.
portraits of characters.
Which I mean, that's pretty cool because like I mean, the only game that I can think of that does that kind of somewhat within the the same vein
Yeah.
as No Man's Sky.
No Man's
Like
Sky.
No Man's Sky likes to
Doesn't,
do the whole panning,
doesn't-
move the saw.
Doesn't Last of Us 2 have a photo mode like that?
Probably does, to be honest.
Yeah, where it's like
I have
do
not
the
played
similar
Last
thing.
of Us 2.
That's okay. You don't have to.
I don't have a PS5.
The Last of Us is very.
Four.
The Last of Us is totally like that series is a game that like I would totally want to play, but know that I'd be like grossed out. And also incredibly stressed. Like I've like seen people play it, and I'm like,
I mean, The Last of Us. Like I did play some of The Last of Us 1, but I mainly just like
Season
watched
10.
the story and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I think I played like through the first mission.
Like I would probably like enjoy it. It's just that it seems stressful to physically play.
It is, but I think that's the whole concept. Like
Which is the point, but
yeah.
I'm like,
when the creator of the game for Last of Us 2 pretty much went on record stating, "Hey, we're making this game for you to not have fun."
yeah.
Like that was a pretty good indication.
And
of how
me,
shit
who
goes.
likes to have fun.
Yeah.
I'm very conflicted because on one hand, gay rights. On the second hand, I want to have fun.
I feel like usually those kind of go hand in hand.
They usually do.
What was I gonna say now? I mean,
Photo mode, Last of Us.
honestly, like I don't know, video games. Like I completely missed out on the summer sale. Like I didn't get anything. On the
Really?
Summer sale. Yeah.
Yeah.
I bought Kakarot.
I'm sorry.
Which, yeah, don't buy Kakarot.
Paper Mario came out, but none of us played it.
No,
I don't really know anything about how that's going. It's just a thing where I was like, I don't want to pay. Like that's.
What did they announce during that? I remember they did the Nintendo Mini Direct. Was there
Oh,
anything that was like,
basically everyone said it was just a waste of time.
I mean, wasn't it literally like 8 minutes or something like that?
Yeah. It was super short. Well, it was a mini direct.
Yeah.
Like it was so short. I'm like, well, they said it was a mini thing.
I mean,
it was an E3. Like it's a mini thing. It was a bunch of like little games. There wasn't really anything. I know there wasn't really anything I was jazzed about. But then people I saw on Twitter were like, and Paper Mario was just a tweet, as if like the mini Nintendo Direct wasn't also just a tweet. Like, well, they just tweeted the mini Nintendo
They just
Direct.
video.
It was also just a tweet. Like, don't get like people are like, oh, Paper Mario, they just tweeted out, and I'm like, well, they also just tweeted out this fucking Nintendo Direct. So
I mean, I feel like that's Nintendo
unprecedented
style.
times.
Nintendo style is literally just like, oh, hey, you guys want something? Yeah, here it is, I guess.
Which I fucking like. I'm into
I
it.
do-
It's
yeah,
just
I was gonna
Nintendo
say.
being like, here you go.
Yeah.
Like you wait for like Animal Crossing for 10 fucking years, and then they're like,
Oh, by the
There you
way,
are.
while we're
Isabel Smash.
announcing Isabel and Smash, here's
Also,
Animal Crossing.
Animal Crossing.
You
I haven't
fucking animals.
fucking played Animal Crossing in a hot minute. I'm like burnt out.
Never played Animal Crossing.
Why?
I
know
feel
you would not like it.
I
Matt,
feel like I would
like
just
said
rather
that.
play like survival game,
That's
something
fair.
like that, because I feel like they're kind of equated.
Play Stardew Valley. But yeah, no, super burnt out from Animal Crossing. But Stardew Valley, play that. Big Rex to
My
Stardew
friends
Valley.
have tried to get me into Stardew Valley so many times.
It's
and
so
just
good.
Never got.
I have played Stardew Valley. I've had so many fucking different farms.
Stardew Valley and Terraria.
That I know
are two
I have not
games
played
that
yet, but I feel like I would
pushed
like.
on me so much.
Yeah.
And I just not.
Dude, Stardew Valley's like literally like $10. Like
I mean,
I own it on like multiple different things.
honestly, I'm trying to think. There was
Like I have it on PC and also on my Switch, and my roommate had it on like her Xbox.
I didn't even know it released on console.
It's on everything. It's on
Not
mobile.
surprised.
It's on fucking everything. It's on mobile.
I mean, if Minecraft's on mobile.
It's
why
on
would
mobile.
Terraria be?
Yeah.
Oh,
I was talking about Stardew's on mobile. I think Terraria is also on Switch.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that would also
Terraria, I'm
make
pretty
sense.
sure
I
is
feel
on
like Switch is just kind of like indie stuff. For the
Which
most part.
I big fan.
Yeah. There's another game I wanted to talk about. Now I can't remember what it is.
I don't know what else.
It's gonna kill me now. Wasn't Tarkov?
Mm.
Oh, I could talk about Tarkov.
Could talk about
I can
Tarkov.
always talk about Tarkov.
Talk about Tarkov. Or are you trying to think of your other thing?
I was trying to think of my other thing, but I can segue into Tarkov.
Speaking of farming simulators.
Yeah, honestly, yeah. Speaking of a feudal and hellscapish Russian nightmare wasteland, Tarkov is going to be getting a update relatively soon. It's supposed to be a huge update for the game, actually. One of the maps they're reworking to make bigger which it desperately needs, in my opinion. I hope they just don't make it too big, because then there's going to be nothing on the fucking map. They're adding a new scab boss to a map that I personally despise, because there's when I said I hope they don't make it too big because there's nothing to do, that's the map I'm talking about. So that will hopefully give people a reason to play that map. I mean, there's reasons to, but
yeah.
I despise that. Anyway,
that map.
And then the big thing that they're supposed to be doing is they're supposed to be reworking skills. So everybody's getting fucking soft wiped. So all the people that have sat in the game for 50 hours grinding strength by going into a raid, hitting their buddy with a hatchet and fucking legs and arms, they're all going to get reset back to 0, which fills me with so much joy to know that all of the progress I have made so far in that wipe toward those things is going right out the window.
Wow.
I can't wait.
Love that for you.
Yeah, honestly, like, I love the video game so much, but I don't think I've ever played a game that is just so brutally and in your face, just fuck you, constantly.
Yeah.
Like, even the developing team, like, I feel like the developing team is like, okay, this seems a little bit too easy. How can we make this fucking dragging your nuts on sandpaper? And then they just go from there and like, well, what if we do this and make it 10 times harder for no reason whatsoever? And they say, yes, we love it. Put it in the game.
Yeah.
And for some reason, like an absolute moron, I sit there and eat it with a goddamn spoon. I love the game, but
love to be tortured.
Holy shit, is it going to make me have an aneurysm by the age of fucking 25?
Every time Matt talks about Tarkov, you're going to see him gain more wrinkles.
Yeah, honestly.
Look at his skin.
It's just slowly crusting
slowly,
up.
Soup
My hair
drying
will fall
with
out of my
every word.
head.
Yeah, literally losing hair.
But my Widow's Peak is coming out so much now. It's because I've been playing too much Tarkov.
Oh, man. You can't have good hair and play Tarkov.
The hairline's going. I mean, if you've seen most of the Tarkov streamers, that statement actually does kind of hold up to me.
Spitting facts. Yeah.
I think, like, for watching stuff, I don't think I really watched anything.
I didn't really watch anything.
I watched the new Aladdin.
Live action Aladdin?
Yes.
What were your thoughts?
The beginning is terrible. The beginning of the movie is legitimately terrible.
I just don't know why it wasn't a Bollywood movie. That is like my biggest thing. Is Disney just tried to make a Bollywood movie when Disney has the money to just make a Bollywood movie instead of trying to copy a Bollywood movie?
The beginning was terrible.
Yes.
Like the first quarter of the movie.
We talk about the fact that Jafar's a three-eyed raven.
Wait, Jafar's a what?
A three-eyed raven.
Jafar, like, was just real.
He fucking controls a bird.
Yeah.
Like turns into like literally like the three-eyed raven and gave a fucking throw.
Like he was literally like the entire time that I watched that movie, every time they showed Jafar, I expected to watch him having sex with a child. Like he literally just gives off.
He is a villain.
No, like he gives off like a heavy rape pedophilia.
I mean,
vibe.
Yeah, but I don't
okay,
think,
but
I don't
in
think being
the
a villain and
the
being a
OG
pedophile.
Aladdin, he literally makes death with a sex slave. That's literally who he is, rapey.
That's actually, yeah, you know, that's
True.
a very
That's
fair
literally-
fucking point.
Fucking the red dress, fucking red outfit, which
They don't
hot,
show
but yeah, well they don't show it because she was a fucking sex slave.
Will Smith, a lot of people complain about Will Smith. I wasn't that upset with Will Smith. I thought he did a good job. I am, however, extremely upset that, at least to my knowledge, it's been definitely a while since I've seen the original Aladdin. But as far as I could tell, there was no callback to Robin Williams, which I was very
I didn't think there was.
I don't think there should have.
But I
There
think
should've.
I don't think his family wanted there to be.
Yes, I don't think his family
I think
wanted the
his-
movie. First
I think his family didn't want that to happen. Well, no, because Robin Williams would have fucking hated that because it's just you're taking a thing that's already magical and just let's just make
Let's
it.
just suck all the
Like
magic.
I just don't understand why animation can't just be an art form on its own. Like just because it's an animated movie doesn't mean you need to make
I'm
a
not really
fucking
against the
live action one.
Well, that's like
animated.
Avatar. Like
Animated
like
stuff.
I feel like
Yeah.
no matter how well you do a live action Avatar,
It's still not going to
or
have the
TV
magic
show,
that animation
yes,
does.
it's still not
And
going
here's
to
the
have
thing.
that charm, that
Live
styling.
action, I think, does work in certain things. Like, I really like the live action Cinderella that Disney did. Well, I didn't expect you to be like, yeah, watch live action Cinderella. I like the live action
I
Cinderella.
watched Mowgli,
But
and I watched. That was the Jungle Book.
Jungle Book.
Yeah, no, Jungle Book was really good.
I want to see.
Jungle Book was really
I
good.
want to see the Lion.
I haven't watched the Lion King.
I heard the
I
Lion
don't
King
want to
was
watch
not
the Lion
that
King
good.
because
Yeah.
it's just a tape. Why are you making fucking realistic lions? Just why are you going through the effort
God, I
of having
can't
your
believe they
animation department make realistic lions
I can't
when
believe they made
lions
the
are right there?
I can't believe they made the lions from Lion King a real thing.
They're lions. Just tell the fucking
Crazy how
lion.
nature dude.
It's insane. But yeah, the
It
live
was
action Aladdin is
definitely
time.
different.
My favorite part is when they have Jasmine literally speak up constantly, and then they have her sing a song about how she won't be silent, and then they
Yeah,
literally
silent.
silent her.
That was real weird. A lot of sexist vibes.
And I get, okay, it's so performative because it's like Jasmine's whole. Who knew I was gonna go on a fucking tangent about Jasmine in the fucking Aladdin? But her whole thing is that she's like outspoken. Like in the OG movie, she's like, I'm not a prize to be won. Like there's like a whole thing, and it like feels authentic. And then in the new one,
She does that.
They
and then
wanna
just
make-
becomes a prize to
yeah,
be won.
they want to make a feminist banger,
Yeah.
but it's such a performative thing because she's literally like, that's her vibe. And then they just silence her anyway. She does this whole fucking theatrical musical number.
Yep.
And it doesn't fit the vibe of any of the other songs because it's them trying to get a fucking Oscar for Best Original Song.
The
I get
ending was also weird. Like
the ending was weird. And the Will Smith lore, like,
that.
Sorry,
Yeah,
what?
where like he becomes a human.
it becomes a.
Oh,
okay.
okay.
Spoilers for the live action Aladdin, but in the beginning it opens with these people like on a boat,
Oh,
like on their
yes.
way to Agrabah for whatever reason.
No, they're leaving Agrabah.
They're leaving Agrabah?
I think they're leaving.
They're leaving Agrabah, and then at the end when Will Smith becomes a human, he gets with Jasmine's BFF, and then you find out that the people on the boat were the genie and Jasmine's BFF,
That had kids.
and they had kids and the whole.
But I'm not
family.
even. That was definitely terrible.
Why?
Having him
And then
become
there was
human.
also the weird bird thing.
Why?
The bird thing
Why
was
would you do
real
that?
weird.
I don't know. It was stupid.
I feel bad for Will Smith getting entangled with that role.
I know. Yeah, I really do. I mean, he was fine. I know a lot of people dragged him, and a lot of people hated how the
This
genie
next
looked.
Disney movie's gonna be
But I
live action and Tangled.
Thank you.
But
I was gonna say I can't believe
Um,
that just went. I can't believe that just went over everyone's head.
Sorry, we ignored your joke, Matt.
It's okay.
Let's talk to customers. We're gonna talk about Aladdin.
I definitely didn't expect like the whole Jafar becoming a genie at the end. He looked real weird as a genie.
He did look weird.
Like,
It didn't work.
It just put like they put his head on like Stone Cold Steve Austin's body, and it just
Stone
didn't
Cold
work.
Steve Austin's body.
Like he just looked super ripped, and then you just had like his weak ass
Yeah,
head.
it was weird. It was
Like-
done weird, and then the bird thing was weird.
Yeah,
Why wouldn't they just do the snake thing?
I don't understand.
Like in the original, the snake thing. Why
Yep.
wouldn't they just? I don't get it.
Well, what's the bird's name?
Iago. What's the bird's name in Aladdin?
I think it's something like
Yeah.
that. Use your phone.
Iago.
He was just like
What's
very.
the monkey's name?
Oh, that's Abu.
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 Yeah. Abu.
Abu.
Abu, the little monkey.
So yeah, I wasn't real impressed with it at all.
Well-
I did. You know what I did do, Sam?
Hmm.
I rewatched every single Pirates of the Caribbean movie.
Oh, give us your review.
I mean, I love the first three.
Because the first
after-
three are great fucking movies.
Everything
especially the first
after
one.
that are
I
terrible.
cannot confirm which ones I've seen. Like I know I've seen the first three.
Yeah.
After that, I'm like,
There's Curse of the Black Pearl. There's the chess. What is it? It's Dead Man's Chess. At World's End.
Uh-huh.
Then Stranger Tides. Then
oh, like what? Isn't there
there's
one
Stranger
with
Tides and the one with Blackbeard. I can't think of.
what that one is?
Or no, I'm sorry. There's Stranger Tides, then Dead Men Tell No Tales. Stranger Tides is the one with Penelope
Still here.
Cruz and Blackbeard, which was just
Penelope
awful.
Cruz,
because
okay.
Penelope Cruz is terrible.
Wow. Hot takes.
Yes, terrible, terrible, awful.
Is it, okay, what's the one that's got like the mermaid thing?
That's Stranger Tides. That's the one. Then there's Dead Men Tell No Tales, which I can never remember his name.
He's the villain from the James Bond movie too. He's got a real. I think he's Latin. He's got a real like Latin name. I can never
I
pronounce
don't know.
his name. He plays he plays Salazar. He is amazing in any movie he's in, especially when he's a villain.
Yeah.
He's also the guy from No Country for Old Men. He's the villain in that. It's like Bavarian or something like that. Bavaria, something like that. I never remember his name.
We're fake fans. Pirates of the Caribbean franchise.
But the first three are great. Everything after that is just terrible.
Yeah.
Like,
Well,
just
make a trilogy. You could just have a good trilogy.
I wasn't against them doing more movies,
Well,
but
because the first three were good.
the first three were amazing.
And then they
which
ended
everybody
up-
always says, like, the second movie's garbage, the third, like, that's, like...
Well, the first one's the best.
No, see, I think I like the third one the most. Because I like the first and the third one. Because Barbossa's by far my favorite.
That's a good.
And they kill Barbossa in the
fair
last
reason.
movie, which I was not happy about.
I don't think I've ever seen the last one.
Yeah, he like falls into a wall of water because they're trying to find Poseidon's trident. It's just awful.
Stupid.
Um,
So there's pirates and Poseidon.
and yeah, I don't know, it's just real weird.
Is Aquaman there too?
I really just wish that they had just like I would watch a solo Barbossa movie if it was that same actor or somebody like him, or if he was in it, which I always forget his name.
Oh,
He's English actor.
speaking of solo things, fucking Lando getting his own Disney Plus series.
Yeah, I saw that, and I'm not. I mean,
Which-
I'm against
okay,
all the Disney
are you
Plus
ready?
series.
My hot take: not every Star Wars character needs to have their solo series, but also it's Donald Glover. So like, I'll allow it.
I
But also-
I don't personally like Lando as a character. I think he's just a throwaway, useless character. Ultimately, like, I
Well,
mean,
maybe that'll change with his own series.
I mean,
Or
I think
Jeff's
he's
character.
discount Han Solo.
Discount on solo.
Like, even
Talking shit about Lando.
yes.
Because we're talking about the Lando. We're talking about the Lando solo series.
I mean, if Harrison Ford and people want to argue the fact that Han Solo,
I'm signed completely
That's
off.
okay. Here's
well,
what
yeah,
I
that
said.
is announced.
I said that hot take. Not every Star Wars character needs their own solo series, but it's Donald Glover, so I'm gonna allow it.
Exactly.
But
Like, if people
Right.
want to argue, I'm not saying this because I personally dislike Lando, which I do.
Yeah.
But I love Donald Glover as Lando.
Uh-huh.
But what I'm saying is, like, if people want to argue and say that Han Solo is useless and Han Solo shouldn't have been out of the first movie and all this stuff, then why is Lando? Like, Lando's even more.
well, because Harrison Ford's not gonna agree to do a show.
Well, no, I know.
That's
No,
100% why it is. There's no. He hates the Star Wars franchise.
I hate Harrison Ford.
Well, I kind of get hating the Star Wars franchise. The fans, no offense, kind of shitty. Bully every actor that's ever been in Star Wars off of social media.
But no, I mean, I'm not really excited for any Disney Plus series. I might.
I'm
watch
excited
them
for
just because-
WandaVision
just because
whenever that happens.
I feel like Netflix did it and they failed, and Disney might do a better job, but they might not. They're probably not.
Disney Plus just doesn't.
No, there's no point in having
Disney Plus doesn't land. I mean, Hamilton live action just went on there, and I've watched that like.
Or
3
how about
times.
I just tried, like, you watch the Pirates of the Caribbean films. I rewatch all of them. They're not all on Disney Plus,
Yeah, because they don't have all the like streaming rights for them yet.
but they're not on anything
What
else. The only
show you
way
think-
you can watch, the only way I think you can watch Dead Men Tell No Tales is to pay and rent it.
Really?
Yeah, it's retarded.
So weird.
Yeah, like, why are you paying for Disney Plus when you can't watch all the Disney movies?
Yeah, Disney Plus is not like good.
Yes.
I
Don't buy Disney
I
Plus.
have it because it came with like my phone plan for like
Yeah.
for a year.
Yeah.
Comes with Verizon Unlimited for a year. But like after this year, like I'm not gonna fucking pay for it again. I mean,
Disney Plus.
yeah, Disney Plus, and we're talking about how Disney Plus like sucks. But like,
I mean, but I
and
feel
how
like
he's not
I feel like the thing
answering
is-
shows.
I feel like the thing is that everybody should have gone into Disney Plus with the mentality of, hey, Disney Plus is gonna kind of suck.
Yeah, but we had The Mandalorian, so we were all like.
Which I still didn't finish.
But
I
also,
just thought
they,
that you would really
they
suck.
just put Hamilton on Disney Plus, and that's good.
Yeah,
I know no one here cares
Believe
about
me, I
Hamilton.
know. I've heard as many fucking Pandora ads as you can humanly
I
imagine.
know no
for
one
fucking
with me
Hamilton.
cares about Hamilton, but I do.
I could be interested in Hamilton, but I've heard way too much shit about it to now care, you know? Like, it's like how I felt with Game of Thrones. Was just constantly hearing about Game of Thrones made me never want to watch it.
I'm just kind of like, with Disney putting Hamilton on Disney Plus, I just hope it opens the doors for people to stop being so gatekeepy about
I can't wait for them to put the live-action Cats movie on Disney Plus.
Please do. I never saw it.
I will never.
I want to get
never watch that.
I want to get high off my ass. So
Never watched
bad.
that.
I have never seen it. I
could imagine like someone dropping acid and just,
people 100%
like having an actual psychic or psyche meltdown from fucking watching Cats, the live action movie.
Yes.
Why do they have nipples?
Why do they? Again, this is the same critique that I have. Here's yes.
They're human
nipples.
cats. We don't need it. We don't need to see it. They don't need to even have sexualized features. Why does
Taylor Swift have
human
sex?
tits?
Because the furry sexuality
But okay,
exists.
here's the thing that blows my mind: is Cats the musical fucking exists? Why don't you just use the costuming from Cats the musical? Why are you
I'm sure that
CGIing it? That doesn't make any sense.
because I am
So you can get Taylor Swift cat
because
tits.
I am sure that somewhere there is some sexual orientation where it's just people attracted to human-like cats.
That's not a sexual orientation. That's just furries.
Yeah.
That's
Humanoid
just,
animals.
That's
Yeah.
just a kink. That's not like an orientation. But it blows my mind when the musical is right there. Just fucking do the musical. I don't understand why you want to. Imagine if they put Hamilton on Disney Plus and it wasn't just a recording of the Broadway musical. It was just Lin-Manuel and CGI.
I was gonna say they CGI all the costumes in for some fucking reason.
It's the same. All they do is they
like the Green Lantern movie.
Yes, they filmed the Broadway performance, and
That's
then they just CGI all the costumes. Like it's everyone just performing how they would, but they CGI the period attire. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Jesus Christ.
I'm going to segue this into something completely different.
Do it.
So one of the only things I've recently watched is actually, you know what? There's been a couple of things I've watched now I think about it. I watched, did you ever watch Solar Opposites? That was
is that a movie or
a show. That was Justin Roiland's new show.
Not a big fan of Justin Roiland.
I mean, you don't like Rick and Morty at all?
I do like Rick and Morty, but I hate Rick and Morty.
Oh, isn't that on HBO?
I have Hulu. I have the largest.
No, HBO though. They just released Close Enough, which is Gigi Quintel's show, who is the creator of Regular Show.
Yeah.
And it's literally just adult regular show. And I'm so fucking, I mean, even though Regular Show was also still fairly adult for its themes and stuff like that, this is like an actually like uncensored, like just raw fucking show.
I'm just more excited for it. I just can't describe to you how excited I am for the second season of The Boys.
Oh yeah.
And the second season of I mean, I'm not as excited, but I am excited to see the second season of Umbrella Academy.
Oh, I'm very excited for the second season.
That's
of Umbrella
July 31st.
Because I've read most of. I'm caught up.
See, I didn't read all of Umbrella Academy, but I did read most, if not almost all.
Well, see, the first season of Umbrella Academy is kind of strange because it kind of mashes volumes 1 and 2 of the comic. But there's still like a lot of stuff that they haven't done yet in the show. And I'm really hoping to do because they are definitely getting fucking real weird with the show, which it should be 100%. But like, I mean, even like Luther's design, for example, between the comic and the show,
very different.
Very different. Like Luther's design in the comic is it's literally just a giant fucking gorilla body, and it's like a Frankenstein head attached to Luther's head.
And then it's a CGI cat body.
I mean, that's what they'll do. They'll CGI it.
I'm pretty sure Luther's body in the show is CGI. It doesn't look that practical.
No, because he is like.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense. It's not based off of a Broadway musical that has a whole costuming department.
But so anyway, I watched Solar Opposites. I haven't like finished it. It honestly just feels like a different Rick and Morty. Like it really doesn't feel that different.
AU Rick and Morty.
Yeah, pretty much. Like obviously the art style and everything's still the same.
Have a question or a statement. Why the fuck would you start a second show when you can't even finish the fucking first show that you're doing?
Because they finish where they're at. They're still working on. I'm sure they're working on season 5 now.
Yeah, season 5. 6 years from now.
People work on different things at the same time.
Yeah, that is possible. And it's not Justin Roiland and Dan Harmon, it's just Justin Roiland. So I mean, Justin Roiland is obviously very influential in Rick and Morty.
I know, I'm very about, like, at this point, like with Game of Thrones, like if I could have locked George R. R. Martin in a shed and chained him to a desk and made him
implying
finish,
it was George R. R. Martin's fault.
and made him finish the novels.
Do you really fucking want the book that bad?
No, I'm saying, like, well, first of all, if he fucking finished it when he was supposed to, we wouldn't have had this garbage, shitty ending.
No, I think we still would have, because they just fucking rushed the shit out of that ending. Like, if they, I don't know
they
why
got tired of waiting for him.
Well, they should have just given.
Well, it was HBO's fault.
Yeah, but HBO already moved past
HBO
him.
literally said, "Hey, either you finish this fucking show or we're cutting you. Like, get the fuck
And
out with
they
it."
already moved past him. They should have just made the season fucking longer, and you wouldn't have had to rush all these whole things.
Correct.
Dark Danny could have been fucking cool, but the fact that you did it in like 2 fucking episodes makes it stupid.
It's like having good
Everything about the end
Kylo Ren.
Yeah. Fucking started on.
I don't want to talk about
I do
do
not
want to talk about
I have already talked about The Last Jedi today. I do not want to talk about it again. I like The Last Jedi. And
I also do like The Last
I
Jedi.
don't like the new trilogy at all.
I like The Last
I like
Jedi.
The Force Awakens and The Last Jedi.
We're gonna fucking
Oh, wait,
Star
sorry.
Wars.
Yeah. No, wait. Rise of Skywalker. I'm sorry, not Last Jedi. I don't
Rise
like
of Skywalker is probably
I like
the best
Last Jedi.
one.
I know. When you said that, I was like, I'm pretty sure we disagreed on
I was
this.
gonna say,
Rise of Skywalker is the best one out of the trilogy, but the trilogy on a whole, it doesn't compare to any of the
I
either of
really
the other two
don't want to talk about Star Wars.
I'd rather watch Anakin talk about Sam for a full scene.
So I'm gonna take us away from this. So anyway, so the other show I watched,
Sam gets everywhere.
Shut up!
it's Corson. I hate it.
Good line. I don't care.
I killed them all.
It's a
The
good
women,
line.
the children, all of them.
It's a good fucking line. Suck it, pop
All the
culture.
younglings.
Okay,
Oh
go
my
on,
God.
Matt. What else did you watch?
I watched it's a Studio Trigger anime, which for those of you who don't know who Studio Trigger is, they've done anime like Kill la Kill.
Just Studio Ghibli, but with the gun.
Yeah, pretty much. It's Kill la Kill and Gurren Lagann are like two of the most popular shows, and obviously like those are very high esteemed shows.
Mm-hmm.
They just released a Netflix original called BNA, which
I saw like
I watched the first
promo
episode.
for that.
Yeah, I watched the first episode. The best way I can describe it is like if you mixed Beastars with the X-Men.
Are they
Because-
furries?
Yeah, they're creatures. Like,
Is there more
animals.
action
This
than
is
an
the-
entire
Yes.
season dedicated
This
to
is-
having sex with a rabbit?
This is the big furry episode.
Beastars was good, and you're fucking wrong. First of all,
It's an entire
I
season.
promise I'm not a
dedicated-
furry. I swear to
It is
God, I'm not a
literally-
furry.
That's
Please don't think I'm a furry. God Almighty, please.
It's an
That's furry,
I
not
just like my Mongolian cartoons with animals in them. I swear.
It's an entire
Anyway.
season about a wolf fucking a rabbit.
This is the furry
There's more than
episode.
that. There's a play. It's good.
There's a play.
Shut up. Anyway,
I should watch that.
it's like Beastars mixed with X-Men, and I say that in the fact that so Beastars, the main conflict is predators versus prey.
Mm-hmm.
In BNA, it's the beasts versus humans.
So is there
For
action?
the humans beasts all
Yes.
along.
Huh?
For the humans beasts all along.
I've like I said, I've only watched the first episode, so I don't know where the plot's entirely going, but that's what the synopsis is so far.
Yeah.
Are there powers and is there action?
There's
Yeah,
definitely
so
powers, like 100%. Like they show, so it follows this girl who is like escaping human civilization because human civilization is literally just outright murdering these creatures in broad daylight because they are viewed as not human, obviously. So they don't deserve to be human. So, but there's like a utopia, which it's following X-Men, like Magneto's like fucking utopia. So she flees to there. She gets there. There's this big celebration over like this utopia. I think it's like their 10th anniversary or something like that of them being established. And while this is all going on, she like runs into this giant like fucking wolf, and he's literally just like when she like docks into him, he's just sitting there crying, and she's like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?" He's like, "All these animals are so happy. It's just beautiful." And he's just crying, and she turns around, and he just fucking Batmans her and is gone. then like a little bit, she's just going around the festival, you know, experiencing, taking all the sights in, blah, blah, blah. She wanders over to the stage where they're supposed to be having this big announcement, this giant like fucking tower, and there's literally this dude about like another animal that's planting a bomb there to just have a terrorist fucking attack pretty much on these people. Detonates, fucking collapses, everybody gets out, at least mostly gets out safe, and then shows the wolf dude pursuing the guys that pulled this off, and he is just a fucking monster. Really? Yeah, like it like I'm really excited to watch it. I love Studio Trigger, like their art style, their animation style, their fight scenes, their fucking soundtracks are all fantastic. Like if you've never watched Kill la Kill or Gurren Lagann, highly recommend. Kill la Kill's a little weird because it's very sexual in ways, but it's mainly because it's trying to parody like over sexualization in anime. It's super fucking common. Just like that,
it's just like that. He's gone. And on the note of Kill la Kill, maybe wait till it comes back. I feel like he was going on a good thing there. Yeah, you were talking about BNA, and then you came back here and you were going to say you were going to talk
I know.
about
I was just saying, like, Kill la Kill, Gurren Lagann. Please watch it if you haven't. Terrific shows. I mean, if you don't like anime, one thing I'm actually proud to say is Grant. He has always been very like anti-anime. I don't want to say like cringe. It makes my skin crawl saying that. But he has never liked anime. You know, he never was interested in anything like that. He started watching JoJo.
I know.
I think he fell in. Oh, he's done.
Yeah.
He fell in love with the show, and now he's like going through like he's watching Bebop now. I've been giving him suggestions on stuff to watch.
You need a gateway anime.
Yes, 100%.
It's like once you find one you really like, you're like, I gotta get Sumo Ball.
And that's the thing with like anime, comics. There's something for everyone. You can never like even like I don't watch much like cable TV. But, like, there have been shows that I've loved like Breaking Bad for like.
Yeah, you have to find the one. There's something you like.
There will always be something in some form that you will like, even if you don't like. Say like anime, you don't like because of the styles of most anime.
There's so many different styles.
That's the thing.
You just need to find the kind that's stylized how you would like it.
Like Studio Ghibli stuff is obviously so much different than anything else.
Studio Ghibli, JoJo's.
Yeah, like those are
Naruto. Like all these. There's so many different stylized formats. Which I feel like Studio Ghibli is really good gateway anime.
Yes, 100%. Because that's just you can look at that
really,
almost purely as just animation.
Yeah, they're beautiful films.
Yeah,
they're all stunning. Like I can't. There's not a single Studio Ghibli movie I wouldn't recommend. They're all good. I mean, if you want to start with one, everyone usually says start with Spirited Away. But great gateway anime.
Or if you want to feel like crying, watch Grave of Fire.
Oh yeah, it's so fucking depressing. That's the only one that's not. That one's not on HBO Max. At the top of the list. But the rest of them.
At least it's on.
But the rest of them are on HBO Max. So I'm trying to like watch the ones I haven't seen.
I really need to get an HBO account just because I want to watch both now.
Yes. I split HBO Max 3 ways with 2 of my other friends, so we just pay $5.
I'm pretty sure my brother has an account. I just haven't.
Yeah, you should. All the Studio Ghibli movies are on there, man. Get on it. Shit's good.
But
big fan.
So I guess we're left to end it.
Wow. And on that positive life lesson note of like finding art, look how positive it gets when Frank's not here. Frank leaves and we're like, there's something for everyone.
It's the Zen energy that I have.
Yeah, you do exude Zen energy. Exude.
I feel like I have simultaneously complete Zen energy and complete crack energy at the same time.
Yeah. They really combat to just make a normal human being.
I would say that. Normal's
an objective thing anyway.
Correct. Yeah, 100%. So, but now on this.
Look at us. All right, that wraps up this episode of the Wall Cast. Thank you for tuning in.
Thank you for listening to us inanely ramble on about every single topic and the discourse of human psychology.
This was the furry episode. Like there was a lot of furry content. I feel like I have to title it like the furry episode. The one where we become furry.
No, you have to make it. You have to make it a very clickbaity, like.
Matt's a
the
furry.
ad- no, Matt's a furry. I was gonna say the end of the fourth wall or something like that.
Yeah, I do have to make it clickbaity. Like the fourth wall is over party.
Yep.
The fourth wall is canceled. Something like that.
It's canceled. Oh, no.
We were canceled. Not clickbait.
Not clickbait. Swear to God. Make sure you put parentheses in there.
Oh yeah, hashtag not clickbait. But yeah, that wraps up this episode. Thanks for tuning in. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe
Click
on our YouTube account. Ring that notification ass bell.
Notification act.
If you want to be notified when we upload. If you listen to us on iTunes, be sure to leave a 5-star review. That kind of boosts it and lets other people find the podcast, which people have been doing. I'm not just shouting it into the void.
Well, thank you guys
So,
for rating
shout
us.
out. If you rate a review, we'll read it.
Yeah,
Like,
honestly,
write a review and we'll read it out loud. Like,
I'd be
there's been
more
people.
than happy. Like that's something I really want to see. Like
Yeah.
I love feedback, no matter what.
I
Like,
love
if
feedback.
you can
It's
comment
true,
right now and say, "Hey, you guys are fucking terrible,"
Let us
and I
know.
would be more than happy to read that comment and understand why we are fucking.
No, I agree. Like, I love constructive criticism.
Yes,
so, like,
100%.
go to town, critique us.
Mhm.
But, yeah, if you leave us an iTunes review, that kind of boosts us. And people are leaving reviews. They're not rating anything, but if you rate something, we'll read it. So, if you want to hear us read your review in our sultry voices,
Make your voice
Gotcha.
be heard.
make your voice nice. But, yeah, listen to us anywhere you listen to podcasts. Yeah, follow us on Facebook and Instagram. With the store closing, I think we're going to be doing, like, a lot of shit on Facebook. Like selling stuff on there and shit
Facebook,
like that.
Instagram, keep
Yeah.
up to date with our store page because once we close,
Mm-hmm.
that's going to probably get completely rehauled because obviously we're
Not
like right now, especially like I can't really recommend using the store page because there's a lot of stuff that is just moving so fast for us that we kind of can't right now.
yeah.
So I mean, once everything settles down, expect complete
Overhaul
of
that. Yeah, Facebook and Instagram is definitely the place to like
Yeah.
get the
Mhm.
intel right now. You can follow all of us on our personal Instagram accounts.
Yep.
If you want to know us as people.
If you want to follow me, that for the one photo I post probably yearly.
For the exclusive content of Matt's one-a-year Instagram photo, but also follow Matt on Twitch.
Oh, you can do
We do
that.
have a Twitch
I
account.
do have a Twitch
We
account.
do have a Twitch
That
account.
also gets.
Yeah, that also is a treat. When Matt uploads, it's a treat. Yeah. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Today I was tweeting about One Direction, so if you want that chaos.
All right, we need to get off.
Okay, we're done.